Metroid was such an influential game when it came out that an entire genre of video games are partially named after it Metroidvanias. The core idea behind Metroidvanias is that the player is given a large level, usually comprised of interconnected subsections, and must navigate their way towards the end. Simple, right? Just like a giant coin maze? Kinda, yeah. The flow of Metroidvanias can be summed up as this: come across obstacle. Later, find an upgrade that lets you get past the obstacle. That usually also doubles to help in combat. Rinse and repeat. While the formula can fluctuate based on the game, the general open-ended and exploration-focused gameplay lends itself well to one of my favorite things: randomizers. What is a randomizer? Simple. Take every power-up, shuffle them all around, and voila! Try to beat the game now. These usually push games to their limits, and with the incredible movement in the latest 2D installment of the Metroid series, Metroid Dread, this is no exception. Metroid Dread also features a host of ways to play through the game depending on your skills. For example, after getting the Varia suit, the intended path is to go and fight Kraid. However, if you're a gamer, you can make your way to Dairon instead, make this sick slide jump into a wall jump, and get the Morph Ball Bomb. That power-up then unlocks a special kill sequence for the second phase of the Kraid fight. And that's just one example. You can even skip the sick slide jump into wall jump by getting the grapple beam early and breaking this grapple beam block instead. I love Metroid Dread, but playing a randomizer of Dread gave me a whole new level of appreciation for the game. Using the alternative power-up locations and some skill to finesse my way to the ending, magnificent. For example, the first power-up you normally get in Metroid Dread is the Charge Beam. This lets you open up Charge Beam doors. Oh, who would have guessed? But in a randomizer, the Charge Beam power-up may not be in this room. Because of that, the intended way out of using the Charge Beam on the door won't work. So, you'll have to get a little creative with the power-ups you do already have to get out of the room. Now, showing off a Metroid Dread randomizer would be too simple. So instead, I'm going to pull a Spider-Man beam and combine two save files of Metroid Dread into one large randomizer through the use of a absolutely goated randomizer program called Randovania. Since two separate playthroughs of Metroid Dread will be confusing, I made two little icons to help differentiate between which save file is which. This icon means the save file is for John Metroid, and this icon means the save file is for Peter Aaron. Because, you know, pizza time. There he is, John Metroid. Yeah, save stations are a little funky if you have them set to your starting room. Because, oh, look, floating rings of destiny. But when I step on this platform, yeah. Alright, let's see where we are. Okay, not going this way. No, not allowed. I learned the hard way that those green looking bat things don't die very quickly in comparison to their blue little siblings on Arteria and Kataris. Because I'm a mad lad, and I decided to play and beat this game on Dread mode. Which, if you're unaware, anything that hits you will just kill you, no matter how much health you have. Kind of like that, except we're playing on hard mode. So, assuming that I can actually hit the counter button this time. Now see, there's a problem here. I can't grab that speed booster because as soon as I leave this entryway, this door will close. And without the wide beam, I can't open up that wide beam cover. So I'm gonna come back here later. So, John Metroid could get access to a whopping total of 0 items. So now it's up to Peter Aran to save the day. Uh-huh. Well, this better be... This does not help me. Oh! So that's how I get that speed booster. I was under the impression that these blocks right here that you can break were in between these two speed booster pillars. But since they're not, I can also... I was wrong. The baby bird things I was talking about earlier, they are apparently gray, not blue.
I may be dumb, but I'm not
Blind. You know, John Metroid may have failed us at the start, but Peter Aaron, he, she, it has got us. And now we can leave the room. The grapple... I was monologuing.
You sly dog! You got me monologuing!
I don't play a ton of Metroidvanias, even though I really... Every time I do play one, I enjoy it a lot. But the wall jumping in Metroid Dread is just top tier. Well, now that we have this... bad robot! Uh-oh. Bitch! Now that we have the speed booster and the grapple beam, it is time for us to use neither of those. Oh, thank you, game.
Oh, wait, I can't read.
You know, I appreciate that it's coded into the first area you go to. It pops up that message. But realistically, other than people who have played this game multiple times, when are they ever going to get to a spot where they're going to see that message not in the intended first hidden area thing? Whatever you want to call it. This is a map room, but I've played Dread so many times that I don't really need map rooms to know the general layout of each area. And you know, it kind of started as I played Dread once, it was like, wow, that game was a lot of fun. And then a month or so later, I came back to it, I was like, let's try it on hard mode, and I had a good time. And then I was like, oh, Dread mode? That sounds, you know, awful. I'm not gonna do that. And then a month later, I was walking by my Nintendo Switch, and I looked at it, and it looked at me, and the devil on my shoulder said, do it. You want to play Dread mode? You play Dead by Daylight. Dread mode surely won't be worse. And, Dread mode was a lot of fun. It was not worse than, Dead by Daylight. Be up here. I'm so bad at using the... Fuck it, I'm just speed boosting. Alright, lesson learned. Don't speed boost. Just get good and use the grapple beam better. Look, I never said I was good at this game. All I said was that I liked this game and I played it a lot. It doesn't mean I'm good at the video game. Mr. Robot, please leave me alone. Bitch! Oh god, is he gonna climb the wall? Oh shit! Oh! I really have to hit this. Or not. I guess we're doing this bullshittery first.
Yeah, da da da.
Wait, I didn't have to do that. If you have the morph ball, you can just climb into that tunnel and slide down with the morph ball. Oh well. The grapple beam for John Metroid. I can get up there. Yes! So I already have my grapple beam. There you go, John Metroid. have fun with the grapple beam. I definitely did this in the intro, where I briefly explained randomizers. But without the charge beam, you would think you're locked in here. But I have the morph ball, which means I can just... And I don't know why, but the image of Samus just... whoop, out of that room always cracks me up. Well, I did all that effort to send John Metroid missile tanks? Not even like a missile tank plus or something for myself? Peter Aaron? This game sucks. That's a lie, I love this game. So what was everyone who has played a Metroid game, what was your first Metroid game that you played? Because mine was Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and I do love that game to this day. Little upset it didn't get an official remaster like Metroid Prime 1, but I also understand that, you know, the gaming sphere is a little oversaturated with remasters at the moment. Although, can you really blame the game devs? Nostalgia glasses are just so powerful. They also mean anytime I see a rating of any game ever online, oh. Thanks for nothing, game. Fuck you too then, Spider-Man. But I can't really blame game companies for making remasters when they sell like fucking hotcakes. And there are very good remasters that are done. I'm not a Dead Space fan, but I've heard that the Dead Space remake was really good. The Metroid Prime 1 remake was good since you no longer had to use tank controls, which I personally don't mind tank controls, but I like, you know, being able to actually use the right analog stick after growing up on the golden era, the gold mine of first-person shooter games. I don't like how shiny this crab is. It bothers me for some reason. What? You know what doesn't bother me, but, like, impresses me? Everything become crab. I don't know the full science behind it, but apparently if you leave things to evolve long enough, they just become crab. So apparently crabs are gonna overtake the world. And honestly, I welcome our crustacean conquerors. It's not like humanity's doing a whole lot better. Technically, I can get this hidden item because I have the speed booster and morph ball. So I guess I'll loop around, go get that, and then come back here. I was gonna take that red teleporter. But no, I have to go get this mysterious item, because I made the mistake once of being like, oh yeah, there's just one item over there. I can save that for later, and then it turns out it was the most crucial item ever. That will get John Metroid out of the room, and he can actually pick up his speed booster. So, yippee! Okay, surely the robot is up here. Peter, the robot is up here! Surely this time... Oh shit, oh fuck, I can't reach it! Where is he? Stop going up top! Thank you. I want the top bunk bed. Up and to the right. Thank you, Samus. And now we can get this mysterious item. What's it gonna be? Well, at least it was for me. So I realized I was talking about my very first Metroid game, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, by the way. And I was curious what everyone else's first Metroid game was. But it took me a long time before I actually played a 2D side-scroller Metroid. Because at first I played Metroid Prime 2, and then I got Prime 1, and then I played Prime 3. And then I played Metroid Other M, which, according to very strong opinions on the internet, is not the game to play. But it's also not a 2D Metroid game. So my first 2D Metroid game was Metroid 2... The Return of Samus, I think it was called. The original Game Boy version, I got it out of the 3DS eShop and I got most... I'm not actually sure how far the way I got through it, because I got stuck and couldn't find one of the Metroids. And then after playing Dread, I was like, I should give that game another go. And I was able to beat it. I was like, wow, this game is fun. That's it. That's the end of my story. It's just a fun game. Metroid games are good games. They're fun. I can see why a whole genre was named after them. And what goodies await us here? That's spin jump. Fuck, it's for John Metroid and not me. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to John Metroid and see what is up with him. Alright, John Metroid. Let's see if this second time around we can actually get some amount of progress. You know, I could make fun of the fact that there are a lot of just convenient arm cannon-shaped holes, but when you find out that Ravenbeak lives here, you know, the dude that also has a arm cannon, it makes a lot of sense. Something I didn't know until I started doing Metroid Dread randomizers, you don't actually need a charge beam shot to blow open those wide beam covers. You do, however, need a charge beam shot to move these. Hold on, I'll finish that thought. You do need a charge beam shot to move these big old boxes, but I have spin jump, so that is not an issue for me. But apparently, dying is an issue for John Metroid. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Boxamander, aren't you the one controlling John Metroid? Shut up. I've always hated this room. When I was playing Dread mode, this room always gave me issues. Because, being bad at the game does not help when you're playing a game mode where everything kills you in one fucking hit. Oh, but since we have the speed... Hold on, I'll finish that thought when that guy walks away.
Later.
Since we have the speed booster, we can go ahead and... Yup! No, but... John Metroid does not have Morph Ball. But that's the wide beam for Peter Aaron. The world just doesn't want to see Peter up. First as Spooder Man, and then as Metroid Man. The fuck? No, but anytime I see something online about Peter Parker, it's always about how his life is awful and he's also, like, a cuck for some reason. But not really. He doesn't want to be. I don't know, man. Comic books are weird. Oh, that's right. I don't have Morph Ball. Are you down here? Oh, no! Oh, God! He's so fast! Just gonna go in here. And then... Whoop. Perfect. Now I can have Morph Ball. Now I can go and get all those shits that I couldn't get before. AKA Peter Aaron is allowed to have a modicum of happiness. I like that the randomizers start maybe with the... I don't have the bomb. I need the bomb to open that block. Anyways, I like that the Metroid Dread randomizer allows you to start with the pulse radar. Because it just makes finding those little secret breakable blocks that much easier and more convenient.
What was that noise?
That wasn't me. Was it me? Later, loser! Wait, I need to go up there. Uh-oh. I didn't mean it when I called you a loser. I didn't mean it! totally meant it. I'm gonna do something that's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Assuming I can actually get it done. Oh, fuck. I messed it up.
Eventually.
Oh, I got it. And like I said, surprise tool that'll help us later. I don't think I actually have enough HP to, damage boost through this room when it becomes cold. So it really will be a surprise tool that'll help us later. Ah, yes. One arm cannon-sized activation switch. Thank you very much. How accessible. They have arm cannon-sized activation switches, and 3 of them. But they don't have fucking stairs to the activation switch. God. Ravenbeak being discriminatory makes a whole lot of sense. Dude's an asshole. Alright, can't get that. I would need the bomb power-up that I don't have. Okay. I can save here. And then attempt to damage boost through the cold. If I can't damage boost through this room. Because there's no way for me to get back to the save point without charge beam or grapple beam plus bomb. But Dread Randomizer has this really cool thing where you can teleport back to the starting location as long as you are at any single save point. So hooray! Fast travel! You know. Soon I'll have enough energy to damage boost through that cold room. In the meantime, we will go here and do John Metroid things, which hopefully don't involve death and dismemberment. Possibly decapitation. That's the word. That's the word I was trying to say. Decapitation. What did I decapaca? It sounded like I was trying to order some fancy coffee blend. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm sorry if that offends any of you who are. Yes, I would like a decapacitation. Coffee, please. Decapaca. Also be a name for an animal. Decapaca alpaca? Decapaca in your paca alpaca? Okay, I'll stop. Image boost time. But I do have this whole Arteria area to explore. So we'll go ahead and do that first. Oh man, I sure hope there's no pointy robots here that want to penetrate me. If this was a different website, there would be plenty of those.
Why are you the way that you are?
Well, isn't this familiar? The movement and power-ups in Metroid Dread are really awesome because you can take all sorts of unique paths that you normally wouldn't be able to in the base game. Even though the base game does have some really sick, nasty skips and shortcuts and ways to get certain power-ups early, but with the randomizer, it really lets you appreciate that. But I'm hoping with that said that at some point we do come to a stop and we have to go check back in with Peter Aaron. Because I don't just want this to be the Adventures of John Metroid and then we see Peter once at the start and then once at the end. Uh-oh. But this time I have double jump so I can get out of dodge easier, you fool. Oh lord, he got me. But I outsmarted your outsmarting with reaction times. Alright, what's in John Metroid's super secret hidden hole? An energy part. Not for John Metroid. I am not here, Mr. Robot. So yeah, if you have the morph ball, you can just ignore this fun little water puzzle and just slide on down. That room is a whole lot easier to damage boost through because it's so much smaller. Someone's not gonna have to worry about damage boosting. It's me, John Metroid, and I still am gonna have to worry about damage boosting. Just not in hot rooms. John Metroid is a hot man, I bet, underneath that suit of armor. I just realized I get to do my favorite funny little thing again. I get a morph ball jump out of this silly little room. I've never done that before. That was cool. I liked that sound. To any future crustacean conquerors watching this, I do this because the game forces me to, not because I want to. Yeah, this is the area where normally the game pauses and tells you, yeah, glowing giant white pulsing squares on your map. Actually have any? Yeah, these glowing white pulsing squares on your map, there's an item nearby. But I guess they programmed it to just be the very first one you come across. Spider magnet. I love me. You know, that's fitting that Peter Aaron gets the spider magnet first. Alright, that's enough of Arteria for John Metroid. Let's go see what's poppin' in Guitarus. Still bothers me that Arteria starts with A and Carteris starts with C. But Barenia, the place that starts with B, doesn't show up until the 4th in a regular playthrough of Metroid Dread. Barenia, B, the second letter of the alphabet, that place doesn't show up until the 4th area you visit. That was such a garbage explanation for the fact that the starting letter of each of these zones in Metroid Dread start with a different letter of the ABCs, A through I. But, you know, I'm not a teacher, so not my problem. I can fight Kraid, but I can't get out of the Kraid boss room fight or post-boss fight without Diffusion Beam or Wave Beam. And I have neither. And the odds that Kraid will give me one of those, not super high. Ooh! Aww, it's for Peter. Aww. Guess we don't have to fight Kraid. Oh, darn. Wait a minute. I can just murder this robot right now. I have the wide beam. I'm gonna go do that. Because, you know, I'm gonna say this tentatively in case AI becomes self-aware in the future. But as of this moment of recording, robot lives do not matter. Man, I can't wait to get canceled someday over that.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
You know, I was gonna make a joke about this super powerful robot just giving me 2 extra missiles. But a missile plus tank, I like that a lot. A spot where it wants you to use the charge beam. But I have another method. Spamming the fuck out of my Y button. Oh. It didn't take that much spamming. Man, am I awaiting the day I get arthritis because I spammed one too many buttons on my video game when I was a young, stupid boy. What am I talking about? I'm still a young, stupid boy.
Hi there.
I'll come back around the other way to have that door open. Fuck my chungus. I didn't mean you to! Yes, I do have to take this way up here. I love Storm Missile. It's one of my favorite upgrades. If I can... There we go. You know, John Metroid will get his Storm Missile someday. I don't mind that we're sending things over to Peter Aaron. I'd like to check on over and see what's happening with him. You know, see if, Mary Jane Metroid is still cucking him. Because comic book writers hate him for some reason.
Fuck off!
Well, shit, I was gonna go grab that missile tank, but it's a charge beam door. I don't have that I don't have those capabilities at the Alright, time to go the long way around. Huh. I, can't open that door. And going up here gets me... Actually, hold on. Going up here might get me something. No, because if I go in there, I can't exit because I don't have Phantom Cloak. I need Phantom Cloak to go through these sensor lock doors. Alright, looks like I'm going over here. Hopefully there's no sensor lock doors.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Screw attack! That is one of the items I definitely need to be able to get to the final boss. I don't know exactly what items you need since I have this randomizer set to whenever I can reach Ravenbeak, I can fight him. But I know you need Screw Attack to at least get into one of the two entrances to Hanubia, which is the final area before you fight Monsieur Ravenbeak, the racist. I don't know if he's actually racist, but, you know, I'm just gonna spread misinformation, because he's not a very cool dude. Well, I mean, he's cool, but in the sense that, like, villains are cool, you know? Even though that says power bomb, that's only a tank. Peter Aaron cannot drop nuclear bombs. You need to find the main power bomb before you get that capability in the randomizer. I gasped with excitement because we're back to our starting save room for John Metroid. Woo! And that feels like a very fitting time to head on over and see how Peter Aaron's doing. Peter Aaron, hey, how's it going? You know what time it is?
Pizza time.
Not quite. It's Metroid Dread time, but love the enthusiasm. Oh, Mr. Robot, I am not here. I am not under the water. Please leave me alone. Oh, I don't have to do any fancy footwork here because I just have the spider magnet. Good job, Peter Aaron. Really living up to the name. I can murder this robot too. One of these days, one of the John, Metroid, or Peter Aaron will get their charge beam. Okay, I don't have the Varia suit, so I actually have to respect the spews of fire. Super missile! It's like the missile, but super. I really hope this is flash shift. You know, Peter Aaron shouldn't have flash shift, because that's a DC comic book character. And no, Peter Aaron, you can't play with the DC. You're stuck in the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever. I realize I'm about to have the same problem that John Metroid had, and that I don't have the charge beam or the Phantom Cloak. So I can't enter these doors. Guess I'm going back to Arteria. Oh boy, I can't wait to go into this room and not be able to progress. Okay, this is the fun part where I can't leave this area without the Phantom Cloak, but there's no guarantee that defeating this little fucker will give it to me. So now we just get to play the hope you get the right power-up from beating said fuckaroo. Oh, the storm missile can lock onto you. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's already dead. And I got a power bomb tank. That is not what I needed. So you know what that means.
Fuck!
Okay, now that we're back, after having to run back and recollect everything, this time I'm going to save. So that way I don't have to redo everything. Remember, kids, always save your video game. Wait a minute. Aha! Uh-oh! It got onto my plans of sequence breaking in the randomizer. But you'll never catch me, Copper. Oh, he caught me. He's not gonna stab me while I'm waiting for this menuing to continue, is he?
I got you now.
Holy shit, he is! What? Okay, I think my game is okay. Think being the key word, and I should lose this Mr. Robot before attempting to get into the teleporter. Wait, he can't come down here. He's just gonna go all the way around to try and find me, which is where I need to be. Oh, don't do this to me. No, I'm not. I have to go all the way around. Fuck!
2,000 years later.
Okay, Mr. Robot, please don't be here while I menu through this teleporter.
Yeah, boy!
Now, I believe I can only get one item here, but you know, maybe it's a missile expansion that is not going to help me if I can't even get up there. I did all this. Oh, never mind, I did get up here. I don't... Maybe I can speed... Yeah, no, this isn't enough to activate Speed Booster. I have to go fight Kraid as John Metroid and hope to God or Cthulhu or... Is there a Metroid God? Probably. Hope to whatever Metroid God there is out there that I get Diffusion Beam or Wave Beam after murderizing Kraid. Well, John Metroid, it appears this randomizer really likes you. Other than not being able to do squat diddly at the very start, you have a whole lot more options than Mr. Peter Aran ever did. Alright, let's see what sneaky shenanigans we can get up to here if I could succeed at a very basic trick. It would appear that I cannot. Which does not bode well for the next room because I really need this trick to work. Oh! Alright. But now it's time for my kryptonite. This jump. Oh! Wait. I'm Big Dum Dum. John Metroid has spin boost. He can jump in midair. Okay, this tricky part becomes a lot easier with spin boost because I just have to spin boost, or I could just do the... I need charge beam to get here. Alright, it's time to see if the surprise tool that'll help us later will help us now. if I could do this jump properly. I have flash shift. I should be using that. All right, second time's the charm, and I will remember to use flash shift this time. I made it out of the cold room. Oh, and what do we have here? A full health tank. Thanks, mysterious statue. Just gonna... yeah. Okay. That's neat. I don't have super missile or bomb. So taking this elevator to Gavaron won't get me... wait. I have the grapple beam. I can get one check here. I'll take it. Boy, I can't wait to get a missile tank. Hey, look, it's a missile tank. Alright, well, this was a fun field trip, kiddos. Let's head on back to Dayron and see what else we can get up to. That motherfucker sniped me! This is so not epic. Did I just unironically use the word epic in the year 2026? Holy shit. Wasn't there a thing where the US government was trying to ban the word epic or some dumb shit like that? Or maybe it wasn't the US government. So, someone equally as incompetent as the US government was trying to ban the word epic, I want to say. Alright, this time I won't leave you alone. Oh, he's trying to... Don't do it. Do your counter. Thank you. I was fully expecting him to do his melee move that I could counter, and then when he didn't, I was shook. I was really hoping that this was something important in this speed booster room, because I can't actually go to Berenia without bomb. Wait, yes I can. I have the grapple beam. What am I talking about? I don't have spider magnet. I don't have spider magnet. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because of a secret little passageway right here. And since I have the grapple beam, I can go ahead and do this. So I can go to Berenia. You know, the place that starts with B, the second letter of the alphabet. But it's the fourth area you get to normally. Oh, it's the fifth area this time around. Obligatory water area in every Metroid game. Let's go! Ooh! Oh, that could be for Peter Aaron. In fact, that is for Peter Aaron. It would be a different symbol if it was my gravity suit. It does, however, allow Peter Aaron to do a whole lot of traveling that he was barred from before because, ouchie ouch, room too hot. Okay, Peter Aaron also gets the flash shift. Doing some of the later bosses in this game without flash shift is tense. I wouldn't say miserable because I've beaten this game on dread mode multiple times.
But why?
Because I one time wasn't enough. My dumb little lizard brain was like, okay, but what if we did it again? And I was like, man, now you're talking a lot of sense. I finally have the charge beam. Let's go! There are so many doors John Metroid can now open. So normally that power bomb tank is actually a missile tank, and you don't have the grapple beam if you take the game's intended route. So when this room fills up with water, you can't get up there. But if you're fast enough, you could jump off that wall just like that before the room completely fills up with water. So when it's filled up with water, you can't wall jump. Or, you know, if you just have the grapple beam, you can also use that. But I don't have the bomb, so I can't fully empty the water in this room. So I will have to leave. Alright, Peter Aaron, you got the Varia suit. You know what that means, right? You know, with this yellowish coloring on the Varia suit, it really is pizza time. Because, you know, yellow cheese on the pizza, you got a little bit of red for the sauce, and then the white on Samus for the mayo. I don't actually put mayo on pizza. And props to you if you do. But I mostly said that for the shock value. Did it work? Now, I could go over there and start the fight with Monsieur Kraid. But I want to see what's back here first and foremost. Because if I can get the bomb upgrade, I don't have to play half of the Kraid boss fight, which is something I love doing every time I replay Metroid Dread. What is that? Oh, it's just nothing. And if you don't believe me, here's proof. Do I have to go all the way? I'm gonna go all the way around. Last time I tried to save time, I ended up wasting time, so I'm just gonna... Yeah. Bitch, 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 bitch. I'm sure that is exactly what is going through Samus's mind as she just casually sits here, firing missiles at this Krady boy. I actually have to do this fight because I don't have the bomb, or this part of the fight, I should say. Still a super cool little Easter egg that if you have bomb, you just get to skip this part of the fight. I'm bad at the video game, and I missed the counter! Oh, dearie me. That wasn't so bad. Storm Missile really dunked on Kraid there. Powerbomb tank is not something I really wanted or was looking for, especially since I can't use the main powerbomb. So that's fine. You know, Kraid, I was really hoping that you had something nice and spicy for Peter Aaron, but you just didn't. Ooh, I don't have the spin jump, so I get to actually do the funny little Dayron grapple beam skip without the handicap that is spin jump. Alright, I did not save before entering this room because I can't get to the nearby save point without charge beam. So we're just gonna see how goated with the swaths I am. That first jump is not where all my difficulties arise. It is this second jump. It's okay, I made it all the way back, so I have a second try. How could this happen to me? I have flash shift. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, I don't get sent all the way back to the teleporter, just to this room 5 feet away from the teleporter. Thanks, game. I appreciate it. There was no reason for me to just fail that second jump, considering I have funny flash shift move that excels at horizontal movement. That's right, I need the charge beam. Let's get in that door. Well, at least I can get this missile plus tank. I also just did not have to die for that because I had funny flash shift ability.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Well, hello, Monsieur Roboto. I must patiently wait for you to stop beep beep boop booping so I can speed burst into those walls. Alright, I've done enough waiting. Oh, I still don't have the bomb. Yeah, that's an issue. What's in here? It's a beam for John Metroid. But I need some form of a bomb to get to it. Alright, it is time for the surprise tool that'll help us later. Whoops. Wait a minute. I can just do that. Then I don't have to do the funny little speed run, because I can just go ahead and see what's in there. I mean, I will have to do the speedrun if it's something useful, but, you know, last time I did the funny little surprise tool that'll help us later, nothing useful came out of it for John Metroid. So, odds that something useful is going to come out of it for Peter Aaron, not likely. Yeah, just a missile tank. Alright, I don't have to do the funny little surprise tool that'll help us later puzzle. I will run all the way to Gaveron just to break one singular grapple beam block and see what's behind it. And I want everyone to put in their predictions now. How many of you think it's going to be a missile tank? Hey, look, it's a missile tank.
What's that I hear? Is that the funny guy alert?
The 80% of you that guessed missile tank were correct. To the 20% of you... Oh! Wait a minute. Whose bomb is that? That's for John Metroid. That's still big. I know where a bomb is for John Metroid. That is one of the things that have been actively hindering my life. So even though the 20% of you that didn't think it was a missile tank, the one check I could get, your belief in me finally came through, and I know where a bomb is. Wait, don't take that out of context. No, you don't need to contact any Department of Security. Me walking out of jail after 15 years for saying sus stuff about bombs.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
That motherfucker just jumped off the top ropes to dunk on me. I just got RKO'd out of nowhere. And as I learned with the power of John Metroid, I can actually access Barenia because I have the grapple beam. Okay, that's Phantom Cloak for Peter Aaron or John Metroid. So we'll see if Peter Aaron is actually Miles Morales. Alright, this is now Miles Morales, the Phantom Cloak. And now I actually have a way of resisting these hiding from these robots, other than just running away. Although running away is a lot faster, because now I have to wait for this motherfucker to just away. Wait a minute. I get to murder this robot because I have the wave beam, so I don't even need the bomb power-up to get to the sploogey thing in Barenia. You know, with these nothing power-ups, they may as well just show a middle finger. I get why the nothing power-up is there, because the randomizer lets you start with the pulse radar, and it adds in checks for certain bosses. But it still would be nice. Although I guess it not giving me the middle finger is better than nothing. So I shouldn't complain too loudly. Do I have Storm Missile? Peter Aaron does have the Storm Missile. I don't have bombs. I need bombs to enter that teleporter. Rip. Is that bomb for me? Let's go! That's what I've been waiting for! Alright. Now to find an airplane and some towers.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
They say comedy equals strategy plus time, so has enough time passed since Never Forget that I can start making jokes about that? I don't have an HR team because I'm just a silly little man with his own YouTube channel, so no one is here to advise me, so I'm totally gonna listen to the internet comments of some absolute strangers that tells me if yes, keep making funny little jokes about tragic airplane event, or no, stop it, get some help. Gotta love that Metroid games put you through not enough to be frustrating, but definitely enough to be an inconvenient amount of water before handing you the gravity suit, and just like that, they've created a problem and then given you the solution for it all in one. And it's incredible. I have so many power bomb tanks, but there's nothing in the tank itself. I don't have the main power bomb tank. I should go see what this teleporter up here is all about, because if I remember correctly, I can only get one item without the power bomb. I think teleporting is painful, or do you think it just removes any sense of feeling whatsoever? I know it probably varies depending on the medium, but you know, what are your thoughts about it? I think it'd be really miserable in the sense that you can't feel absolutely anything. Kind of like a sensory deprivation tank. I've never actually been in one of those. I really want to. But I can't imagine it's a pleasant experience for the length of time it takes to actually teleport. Compared to a sensory deprivation tank where you can, you know, you're aware in the back of your head that you can get out at any time. But with the teleport, you just have to wait until your funny little teleport particulates, bodily atoms, whatever the fuck they're actually teleporting, finishes. So you're just stuck in this limbo phase. Yeah, I don't want to actually learn what teleportation feels like, I'm just now realizing. So, thank you, modern science, for not having cracked that yet. Yeah, it's not that big a deal, because I have the grapple beam and spider magnet. But see, before, well, I actually have the bomb now, so I could have just ran in and opened that up. But before, I didn't have the bomb or wave beam, so I had no way of actually draining the water all the way down. Since I do now, I can go ahead and murderize that punk-ass yellow robot that's really, really fast. Bad Mr. Spider Robot. No, 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 no. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Please stop trying to sell your robot gamer girl bathwater. Oh, you're just trying to sell me missiles. Wait a minute, that sounds illegal. I'm not a cop, who cares? Alright. Is he a gamer with the sauce? Bug, no. I'm not, I'm a fraud.
A few minutes later.
Now, you might be thinking I came all this way for a missile tank, but I didn't. Because guess what? There's a second item here. That looks like the gravity suit. I said that it's not the icon for the gravity suit, but because I have the Varia suit, if it was actually for me, Peter Aaron, that would have been the gravity suit symbol. Oh! Kaboom! Ah, you teasing motherfuckers! I thought that was for me. I thought I was about to go kaboom. But you're making me wait for John Metroid to go kaboom? You know, sometimes in this randomizer, like it is for John Metroid, you just don't get the spider magnet, so you have to wall jump and be sick with the movement all around to get where you need to go. And then sometimes the game just doesn't give you the charge beam and it's like, take the long way around. Idiot. POV. Thinking about kaboom that John Metroid gets to have, but not you. Stupid idiot. You know, that sounds a little too close to the arfs from dogs to, and I don't appreciate that. Not from the game devs that designed it that way. You know, other than that, incredible game, but monster after murder sounds like cute little dog arfing. 3 out of 10, too much water. Can't use this teleporter because I don't even have charge beam, so I'll teleport there, see I can't do jack diddly shit, and then we'll just have to leave. Now that I have bomb and a decent amount of health, I can damage boost down here and see what's behind this block. You know, one time that was a very important screw attack check. But, this game doesn't want to see me winning. Fortunately, it looks like I'm gonna need charge beam before I can go ahead and get John Metroid's super missile. So that's a bit of a problem for the future. Is that the storm missile for John Metroid I see over here? It sure does look like it. Yippee! Pretty sure I said it already, but storm missile, one of my favorite power-ups in this game. Incredible. I love holding the R button and then just not having to think after I lock onto targets. And that is not sarcasm. However, my fingy does not appreciate it because sometimes it gets the hurted. I don't think there's anything else for Peter Aaron to do here, so with the gravity suit and power bomb, John Metroid should be eating pretty good for, I was gonna say a good bit, but it depends entirely on what areas I already have access to. I don't have funny little phantom cloak ability, so so I guess I just die. Let's try that again. Oh, funny little robot is right there. Ow. Where am I gonna go? What are you gonna do? Oh, he came around that way. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna dunk on me in all my dreams. Well, since I'm here, may as well go ahead and get this Ferenia check out of the way. Take a brief little adventure to Ferenia, get introduced to Quiet Robe, the goat, and then watch him get murdered in front of our eyes. And now, thoughts with John Metroid. The cannibalism of Samus eats wings because they're made out of chicken, and she is part bird. Isn't that what the Chozo are? Burbs? I don't know the lore of this game. I will take that E-Tank, so it is time to... I said it is time to figure out a way to speed boost puzzle my way to that E-Tank. And there you have it. And then cutscene, but I'm gonna skip it because I don't want to watch it. And now Chozo Robot, my least favorite bosses in the game. But I can kaboom, so they just go kaboom. Honestly, I would like to thank Peter Aran for giving me the opportunity to kaboom and just blow up. One of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. Now that I can kaboom, do I just blow up and then act like I don't know nobody? I wonder whatever happened to that dude. Think he's doing okay? I'd like to think he got a job as live action anime dude with sharp pointy teeth. Is there a reason that's like an anime trope? Dudes or girls with pointy teeth? Is that for me? Hey, now I can actually enter those morph ball launchers. And I don't have to drop a power bomb anytime I want to break one singular bomb block. Any day now, the robot will come out of the fog. There he is. The robot is like, the fog is coming? The fog is coming.
The fog is coming.
Rest now, my sweet prince. Let me take your missile tank and its woes with me. Oh, it's just a part? Never mind, fuck you. I hope you suffer in the afterlife. Waiting for the day in the future where I get hunted down by robots because they've gained sentience and are now recognized as, having rights. Man, I love when there's puzzles for if you come back to this area and explore early in the game, but in a randomizer, when you just get the gravity suit, you just don't have to play the game. You know, the whole antithesis of booting the game up and playing it. You know, I always talk a lot of shit whenever I find a missile tank. Or there's one thing I've learned from the US military, is that you can never have too many missiles. Especially in the final boss against Ravenbeak, because that mofo takes a whole lot of storm missiles to murder. You know, now that I have the charge beam, I should make a quick pit stop in Gabaron. See what the 2 checks I can grab here are. Oh! Pig, I am so very happy I came here. I'm like 90% sure you need the screw attack to actually get to Ravenbeak, but I know where Peter Aaron's charge beam is, which is big if I can get either ice missile to give myself enough room to speed charge, or another progressive bomb upgrade. Well, after that nice little pit stop in Gabaron, it is time to run across the world so I can get to Dayron, so I can get to Berenia. But before that, I have to go to Ferenia. We need to realize a lot of these names start with Ia and Is. Huh. Oh! And me and the boys heading to the airport because we're the bomb.
Wait a minute.
I'm glad I decided to take a quick pit stop and grab that screw attack block check. Because now, no power bomb block can stand in our way. That, and you do need the power bomb to fight Ravenbeak. There is a room, though the room with the elevator that takes you up to him needs power bomb to go kaboom and gain access to that elevator in the first place. So now John, Metroid, and Peter Aaron pull up to the function with power bomb. I know that's a spicy screw attack for Peter Aaron, but I need the spider magnet to get it, so it's just gonna have to sit there and haunt me. Is that the plasma beam for... It is! I just realized there's a whole bunch of shit since I have the storm missile, the speed booster, the screw attack that I can grab in Berenia. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time under the water. Now return to Thoughts with John Metroid. Man, this place could really use a Home Depot. You know, I kind of forgot I had already made a quick pit stop in Perennia. So I just get to go to water level. After I get all these morph ball bomb checks, I can do a whole bunch of shit in Perennia. I can go down below to the submerged parts, gravity suit. I can go up top, fight water plant, tentacle hentai monster. I'm not Zero Suit Samus, so why would I ever fight the tentacle hentai monster up top? Listen, you've been on the internet long enough. You know exactly what I'm implying with that statement. And if you don't, you are not old enough to be watching my YouTube videos. Click off them.
Where the fuck are your parents?
Oh, I can't go under the water because I don't have spider magnet. Well, that makes my decision a whole lot easier. Oh my god, what a lob shot from your boy, Stinky Face. I don't think I've ever had screw attack when it's come to fight this boss, so I'm curious if it's vulnerable to screw attack, or at least its mouth eye thing is vulnerable to screw attack.
Nope.
Oh, it's a good thing I have... No, I can't get in there. All right, I should have figured as much. Oh, I don't want to fire up there. I'm trying to fire up there. Man, this fight is a whole lot different when you've got the gravity suit, huh? Missile plus tank. You give me more missiles. I was raised in America. Missile equal good. Uh-huh. I don't have spider magnet, but I do have a solution.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Thank you, Speed Booster, for being so goated. You know, when I saw these little deer things, I was like, oh, they're kind of cute in like a freaky alien type of way. And it made me really happy. And then on my like 5th playthrough, I saw that in the background they just get eaten by a giant plant, and it made me really sad. Oh, there's the gravity suit for Mr. Spooderman. Have the super... Yeah, see, right there in the background. Cute little deer thing get eaten by plant. It's not Pog. Oh boy, I sure hope no Robo-Chozo soldier shows up. Stupid idiot. I don't have ice missile. And I'm not guaranteed to get it from murderizing this Emmy. So I'm not gonna go up there yet, even though I totally could. We love the wave beam. I just Samus even use elevator. She could just morph ball jump her way to wherever she needs to go. So you technically can't fight this boss until you release the X parasite from Elon. I don't know if that's a thing this randomizer just decides to do, or if that's how it is in the base game. I don't have spider magnets, so even if I teleported down here... Oh, but I could go to Ferenia. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Wait. I have the wave beam. I can just beat the game. Well, John Metroid, it looks like your Metroiding adventure is coming to an end quite soon.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Because I just go up here, murderize this guy, ow, stop it. Alright, I'm not murderizing that guy, and then take this funny little elevator to Hanubia. And normally, this pathway would be blocked by a grapple beam block you can't access from this side, but in the mod settings for this randomizer, I disabled that. You mean to tell me that the bird people, who are like 3 feet taller than Samus, fit in this elevator that Samus barely... Well, I guess... She doesn't barely fit in it, but even so, that is still a very tight squeeze for those Chozo bird people. No, don't throw up on me. Have we learned nothing from the pandemic of COVID? You stinky little McDonald's-looking action figure. Bad boy. Now eat your McDonald's. And I will claim my McDonald's action figure toy right here. Alright, I already collected the red McDonald's action figure toy. It's time to collect the gold one. Yoink! Man, I didn't just try to take your shield. I took it and then just broke it. The amount of disrespect Samus gives to these X-Parasites is incredible. The amount of disrespect I give to Samus by letting her die in that fashion. Well, I get to yoinky your shield again, stupid boy. Or should I say, stupid McDonald's action figure? Now, eat your McDonald's french fries. What is it with the Chozo design and spheres? In the Metroid Prime games, they have all these statues that are like, give me the sphere, I want to hold the sphere. And then in Metroid Dread, you got the item power-up statues that are also holding sphere thingies. And then Ravenbeak is like, I want a giant sphere. It's the only way in and out of my personal airship. I guess they just understand that ball is life. Now, John Metroid could go and kick Ravenbeak's feathery ass. But I think we should go back and see how Peter Aran is doing. Maybe get him up to speed up here, y'all? Wait, I just realized that John Metroid has my screw attack, and without that I have no way of reaching Anubia. So I guess John Metroid... But John Metroid needs the Spooter Magnet to actually get his... To actually get Peter Aaron's screw attack. Alright, we got something Peter Aaron needs to find. He needs to teach other people how to be Spooderman, just like him. And it is very important that I find the screw attack, because even if I murderize the bitch-ass bird of Ravenbeak with John Metroid, that does not release all of the remaining items he has yet to grab to Peter Aaron in this specific randomizer I'm using for Dread. But now I have all of the bombs. The Morph Ball bomb, I've got it. The cross bomb, you have the rupees, it is yours, my friend. And the power bomb, I am ready to go board an airplane. I think YouTube's gonna flag me if I keep making power bomb airplane jokes. The better question is, do I care? Yes, I do care. I like seeing the funny little view number on my YouTube channel. Alright, Samus. Into the sensory deprivation teleporter you go. Okay, I can't use the Gavaron Orange teleporter without a charge beam, but what I can... Oh boy! Is it gonna be real spicy with this ice missile. Don't think I can actually get Squat Diddley in Verenia from this side anyways. So, I'm gonna have to make the long way around to Borneo from Dayron. Ooh, I can also go to Ferenia now that I have Power Bamu. Alright, I got a game plan and an area to go to. Alright, I really hope I can lose this robot before I have to tell it. You know what? No, I'm not gonna teleport and have Mr. Robot touch me while I'm trying to enter the sensory deprivation tank. I'm taking the fucking elevator.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick, bro.
You ever think Samus feels like a turd being flushed down a toilet when she's going through those morph ball launcher tunnels? No, just me? Alright. Now, I could go to Ferenia, but I can also, since I have the plasma beam now, do this really cool thing where I enter this green teleporter and get to Gavelron. And since I have the ice missile, I can do this puzzle before I enter the green teleporter. Luckily, with this speed boost, I can break into this outer room and see what I can get from the speed boost puzzle. Nothing too exciting. I don't even have the charge beam, so I can't unlock Orange Teleporter. Nor have I gotten to Elune yet, so I can't even do the silly little Frost Bomb Guardian boss fight. And however, go and grab these two thingies. Whatever they may be over here. A missile tank? Alright, who could have predicted that one? Can you tell me what's in the room below this one? Oh. That's actually very useful. Hey, I can get to Elune with that. Man, I suck at this game. I don't want this common-looking action figure. I already have the... Oh, no. John Metroid's the one that has the rare and ultra McDonald's action figures. Alright, you little shit. Guess we're doing this the hard way. Die! You're just a lame blue, Pepe.
What in the goddamn hell are you talking about?
All you'll ever be is simply an uncommon rarity action figure. Maybe that's why he's so angry. He was born knowing he's just uncommon. No. No touchies. Well, I just said no touchies. What the fuck are you doing? US government must be getting jealous of all these missile tanks I keep finding. There it is. Zoom, zoom, zoom. You know, they really created this pretty cool grapple beam launch puzzle or challenge, but you have the flash shift by this point. Did anyone else just see some ghosts? But you have the flash shift by that point, so you can just kind of flash shift the puzzle away. No! Not the ghost deer! Why did you have to eat the ghost deer?
You're an irredeemable monster!
It's a very unique experience having to go this far in the game without spin jump or just a basic charge beam. But that's what I like about randomizers. You get silly little situations like this. No touchies. Boy. Oh, you know, I was expecting a missile tank, but it sent me power bomb tank. They really want us to go to the airport, huh? John, Metroid, and Peter Aaron. Every airport's worst nightmare. Alright, let's see if John... I'm really glad I grabbed this before heading to Elune. But it is time for us to see if John Metroid's spider magnet is hidden in the depths of Elune. Or Ellen. Oh crap, I'm going to Ellen. That means I'm gonna have hot coffee thrown on my face. No! Poop time. I get instead of pizza time, it's poop time because I'm the morph ball going through the toilet's plumbing. It's alright, you don't have to dislike the video, I already hate myself. Here's the common rarity action figure. Lame. Oh god, you did not like that I called him lame. I'm sorry, you're very cool and epic. Children love pulling your action card pack, even though they don't know the true value of you. Oh god, they just made him angrier. No. I have solved my problem with the power of incredible violence. Rolling. Not rolling. Rolling. Samus sees all these escaping containment. She's like, shit. I have to blow up another goddamn planet? Fuck, dude. Not another one. Wait, does the power bomb just work? It does! Does the power bomb just work against Mr. Cross Bomb Guardian? No, it does not. No, it does not. Okay. Not what we wanted for John Metroid, but it's okay. We have Ferenia to explore. Hope John Metroid's spider magnet is here somewhere. No, I'm going through all this effort trying to find John Metroid's spider magnet, and there is a chance it is just in John Metroid's game, and all this was just for nothing, other than just beefing Peter, Aaron, and John Metroid to the teeth with missiles and power bombs and doohickeys and doodads and go-go gadget murder bird. Well, I guess even if I wanted to go and fight Monsieur Emmy, I don't have the charge beam either, so I can't actually do that. Whoop. It's a good thing I remembered I had the Phantom Cloak. And now I run like hell! I gotta get out of here, Scoob! The robots are after us! I shouldn't say anything because I haven't actually watched the show, but I'm on the internet, so when the fuck has that ever mattered? But I guess it is acceptable to not like the fuckboy version of Shaggy in the Velma show. Oh, space jump, my beloved. Welcome to a little segment we like to call Thoughts with Peter Aaron. I think Samus can pee in her suit. Even if she can't, you think she does anyway? Wait, I can fight this experiment for a check. Honestly, second best boss fight in the game, right behind Ravenbeak. And I may be biased because I get to use the Storm Missile in this fight, even in the base game playthrough, but, you know what? I like Storm Missile. No stabbies, no slashies, thank you very much, have a good day. How can someone see this interaction and not think how awesome it is? If Nintendo releases a Metroid movie like they have the Super Mario Bros. Movies, they better make Samus move like this. And even if they can't make her move like that, at least make her as badass as she is in this fight. Well, it may have only been for a missile tank, but you know, the fight was fun. Finally. Arteria thermal flow redirection. Alright, you teleporter camping little fuckbot. It's time to die. Well shit, I guess the teleporter camping robot lives to camp another day. Alright, I thought I was gonna be able to get 2 checks, but I don't have a motherfucking Fuck my chungus life. Why would you do this to me? So I looked real hard at the map, and I've come to the conclusion that John Metroid's Spider Magnet is in John Metroid's game. Well, there's the charge beam for Monsieur Peter Aran. But it is not my Spider Magnet that I need to get the screw attack for Peter. God, I really hope I don't have to go back to Peter Aran just to find Spider Magnet just so I can get his screw attack. One good thing about already getting to Ravenbeak on John Metroid is I can use any teleporter I want, so it doesn't take me a whole lot of time to reach areas I need to go to. Well, there's my diffusion beam, but with the wave beam, it's a little bit redundant. Still nice to have, though. Now return to Thoughts with John Metroid. You think Samus's P is that neon green, like those lines in her suit? No robot fight. Oh, what? I'm vaulting over the power-up. Oh no! Fire is everywhere! Temperature is rising! If only I had this gravity suit to perfectly insulate me from any dramatic temperature change. Wait. Damn it. Subfire doesn't insulate me. I feel cheated. I'm gonna have close to max missiles by the time I finally find my fucking Spider Magnet for John Metroid. Now return to Thoughts with John Metroid. Notice Samus's nose gets itchy. How does she scratch it? I bet Samus has a little patch of Velcro on the inside of her helmet, like astronauts and NASA do, to scratch their nose in case it gets itchy. Haha, funny machine gun go brrrr. See, Samus? That's the color your piss is supposed to look like. Actually, no, that means you're dehydrated. It should be, like, more a clearish yellow. If you're taking medical advice from me, who is most definitely not a licensed doctor, I would say thanks, but I'm much more concerned for your health. So don't do that. You know, this wasn't meant to be a 100% dual Metroid Dread run, but it's turned out to be very fucking close to that. I do really like these very convenient, you get put one block down so that way you don't even have to bother aiming, you just hold the fire button, and then the robot walks into the Omega stream of death and destruction. And blue piss. Well, at least that makes the US military proud. Finally! Spider Magnet! Now I can go and get Peter Aran's screw attack! Ooh, that's the diffusion beam for Peter Aran. Not that, you know, Peter Aran already has the wave beam, but kinda interesting that both progressive charge beam is your first charge. Wait. Bro, what's up with your brother? I think he's a little broke. So in the Dread Randomizer, your very first progressive charge beam just gives you the charge beam, but the second one gives you the diffusion beam, which creates an explosion through the wall when you hit it with a charge beam shot. So it's interesting that both of those were in John Metroid's game, and they really fubbernucked over Peter Aran, like, quite a lot. Finally, now that I have the Spider Magnet, I can bring down this platform and get Peter's screw attack. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. But before we go and check in with Peter Aran one last time, it's time to kick some crotchety old bird's butt. Oh lord, he's throwing his hand extra hard. No. Oh shit, I just realized I don't have super missile or ice missile. Oh god, that's gonna make this first part of the fight miserable. Whenever I have to actually just damage him in his counters. Or I could do my plasma beam, diffusion beam charge shot. Yeah, that might be better. I actually don't know if it's better. I don't know damage values. Okay, looking at Ravenbeak right next to Samus, how the fuck did Ravenbeak ever fit in the elevators that are throughout the game's maps? 'Cause he is easily like twice her size, and there was not twice the room for Samus's height in those elevators. And it's not like he could just fly to the different sections, because a lot of the sections are underground. So what the fuck, Ravenbeak? Are you like part mole or something? Alright, now we're past the annoying phase where and now that we've cock-punched Ravenbeak, we finally get to use our... Oh fuck, I don't have space jump! Alright. It is time to probably just damage boost through this part of the fight. Oh god, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Well, this is gonna be an interesting fight. I really hope I can kill him before he murders me without my space jump. Huh. I've never actually had to fight him without space jump in any of the randomizers for Dread that I do. Interesting. Oh, I thought he was gonna do a different attack. So ignore that beeping alarm. Everything is fine. Okay, everything was not fine. Oh yeah, you've got a big ball of purple lightning, death, and destruction. I could also turn into a ball and summon death and destruction with my power bomb. Airports hate me. This time, I will maybe not die to your Omega stream of death and destruction.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I was really hoping I could have used the speed booster to avoid that attack, but it looks like that is just not gonna happen. I'm just quite literally going to have to damage boost through his Omega stream. Alright, I got through that phase. Pretty sure that by countering him, I'm just gonna make this take longer, because I can't use storm missiles in these. Shoot the fuck out of your enemy. Yeah, I just tried to hold R for the missiles. Did not work. Oh, he upgraded his ball of death and destruction from purple to a sun. Ugh. I was too busy making fun of your itty-bitty little son. I wasn't prepared for you to just zoom. You're not the only one who can move fast, Ravenbeak fucker. No. No touchies. Only I touchy. Here comes the touch! I said no touchies! Man, what a wild dream. A crazy tall bird motherfucker touched me. Oh fuck, it wasn't a dream. I've said it before, and I'll say it again for as long as I'm John Metroid. No fucking touchies! No touchies. Oh fuck, I know, space jump, speed boost! Here. Yes! This is the only way I know to get out of this room. No! I'm on a time limit this time! Okay, I got out. Wait, I bet I can. Yes, wall jump. And then here I can just speed boost, go. And now I believe I'm home free. Assuming I can get to my spaceship in 1 minute, 4 seconds. And there we have it. John Metroid gamed and won. But now he has to look to the side and see, how's Peter Aaron doing?
2,000 years later.
No, I can finally escape my prison! Welcome to a little segment we like to call Thoughts with Peter Aaron. You think Samus grows feathers instead of facial hair? What? What? Is this even funnier the second time? No? Alright. Are these actual voices I hear while teleporting, or just background sound effects? Oh, that's right. I gotta fight the McDonald's action toy wannabe before I can fight Burb Man. You know, if you're gonna choose a fast food restaurant to imitate being an action figure after, choose something other than McDonald's. Although I guess you can't really choose Subway, because then everyone's gonna look at you with shifty eyes. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, all I'm gonna say is Jared. Alright, time to go beat some old Birdman's ass. Now that I have space, now that Peter Aaron actually has space jump, super missiles, this fight should go a lot more cleaner. A lot more cleaner? Bitch, 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 bitch. Wait, doesn't YouTube hate it when you swear multiple times in a row? Oh, it's a good thing I don't give a shit. Kind of. I do kind of give a little bit of a shit. Like, those ones where you feel like you're holding on for dear life as you're trying to push the turd out, and then you finally get it out and you look down and it's just like a tiny little nugget. You know, Ravenbeak, maybe if you tried aiming your big-ass cannon at Samus instead of holding it up in the air and using it as a dope-ass actually, no. The aura farm on this man. He totally had every right to use it as a big-ass sword against Samus. It's unfortunate that Samus is the even bigger aura farmer. Ah, man. I don't have to worry about damage boosting through this fucking attack, because I actually have space jump. Ew, I didn't hit the slide button in time, and then he hit me with his toes! Those belong on only birds, not in my face! Uh-oh. No big wait! I'm the only one that gives the pizza time. I'm Peter Aaron. You don't get to summon a giant sun that kind of looks like a pizza if you squint really hard and use a lot of imagination. I am the one who gives the pizza time. Now I'll repeat what John Metroid said to you. No touchies. Unless it's me. Uh-oh. Well, well, well. Isn't this familiar? I bet John Metroid's dumbass thought this was all a dream at first. You're still fucking alive? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? That many times. Apparently I have to teach you this lesson that many times. I wasn't keeping count. At least I have space jump now to escape the exploding planet. What? Oh, I never murdered this robot as Peter Ahrens, so it's still... that thing was still closed off. That's funny. Wait, the door's locked. Oh, because technically robot is still alive, and so the doors lock after you leave. Okay, okay. That's cool. Weird that it still functions that way, but cool nonetheless. Well, at least I'm faster than John Metroid. And that, my viewers, has been Metroid Dread, but the Spooderman meme. 2 different games of Dread copied. Copied? 2 different games of Dread randomized together. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.